what you're asking, it's a genuine question of the will to receive to oneself. Not in terms of a sort of putting it in the corner and sort of telling it off, but in relation to if it's in relation to we've been created so with a will to receive. So why actually we need to devote ourselves to others? So it's not within the perception and perspective of the will to receive, but it is within some sort of a hidden code that is being activated by the presence of the Spirit. Because for the Spirit, it's a code of life, serving others.
Yeah.
Because bestowal for her, this is the language of the Spirit.
Yeah.
So now she needs to coexist with someone that actually not only does not want to acquire her language, but actually sees her language as a threat to its very existence, to its individuality. Okay. So therefore, part of the function or the duty of a group is to create an environment in which this war can bear fruits, meaning it can actually harness the will to receive as it's with its desire to agree and to participate for the time being, because there is that kind of a dome of perception, a dome of sensing. This is why I said sense, because it's not a sense perception in terms of corporality, which is to do with the senses. It is to do with spiritual senses, which are actually qualities of, let's say, of the measurement that is being called sphirot. So this is when we activate those senses, and they become actually the definition of our journey. This is why when we actually enter those two portions, matot mas'eh, matot has to do with an oath that we take upon ourselves, and which is an extra caution in order to create a sort of space. You can say even a sacred space, because sacred in terms, what makes something sacred is that it's devoted to. What it is devoted to makes it sacred or not. Okay? And if the devotion is succeeding within attracting a presence, then you can say it's a holy place. So we're trying, actually a group at the moment of its study, it's a sacred place. Then it dissolves itself in order to rebuild itself for the next intention, or for the next screen, or for the next. Now, the pressure of what is happening outside becomes actually the need that gives the raison d'etre of this group. Meaning the gap, the gap between what we're trying to consecrate within our prayer, within our study, towards allowing something else to happen, becomes more demanding because the outside becomes more desperate. Okay. So you can say that the more the individual feels the question of what I'm doing here, the more it's usually an indication that there is a higher and greater pressure from outside.
And it doesn't matter that it's not the same pressure. I mean,
No,
yeah,
it's
it
actually
combines.
it's the same when we look at the base platform of the suffering or of the departure of the world from its course. One can say it's the world look like I don't know, a ship that lost the captain or a satellite that lost the orbit. Okay, it's though there's no reason, human reason, will to receive reason that can actually explain what is happening now.
The strange feeling, I hear everything, and it actually makes very good sense. Um, it doesn't feel that the interesting thing, at least to me, is that it doesn't feel that there is a desperation, and yet, say it differently, there is a desperation, but it doesn't feel that it's equaling a loss of self, which is strange. Maybe that's okay. It's just it's like recognizing it's maybe a different stage or it's a different place, I think. It's recognizing
Mm.
that something has to change, actually. In other words, or that this change is necessary, or that
Well,
it
I don't
doesn't
think
feel
it's
wrong. It's almost like validating it in a strange way. Does that make
yeah,
it?
but it's if you look at the last 3 to 4 years, which let's start with Corona. No,
Yeah, yeah.
um, so it's actually caused an isolation, and some
Right.
people found it invigorating and actually healing, which
Hmm.
had in it that respect, but it gave us a sense of retrospect and an ability to inspect what actually human relation need to sustain. But actually, it gave us the definition that Adam, meaning that which wished to be um, in simile to its image, to its created image, is actually equal to society.
Equal to society.
Mm. It
Mhm.
cannot actually define itself without society.
Yeah.
And that is going back to the place of the individual.
Hmm.
The spirit for the spirit, not being able part of serving a body of one spirit is not existing, is not being. There's no definition. She's losing her identity. So actually, she's fighting the separation of the individuality as it's been explained by the will to receive to oneself, because for her, it's a death sentence.
Okay, so for Shekina,
Mm.
it's a death sentence to not, you said it even earlier, to not work
Yeah, not to work in
for
relation to
not working, for the
others.
group not to
Yeah,
work to
yeah.
do the measurement of the
As a whole,
Sephirot,
as
for
let's say,
example.
as a law, not working for others, with
Right.
others, for others, is a death sentence because it cuts you away from the source of your life. Not because definition in or identity in spiritual terms is a source of life. It's not image. It's actually um, that which make make all our demands um, that would silence all our demands.
I'm, I think I'm a little lost in translation. I don't think I meant to say we're wandering single beings and we never attach or we never work with others or we never care about others. I think
And we do.
Yeah, of
We do care
course.
about others, but we don't care about others. We care about ourselves
That's what
in
I'm trying to
understanding
say.
that others can be the
So they
source.
can, yeah.
Yeah,
But so,
they're the source of what we need. They can supply what we need.
okay.
It's different than you are positioning yourself in a place that you wish to be able to give what they need without receiving back something that you need, but you wish to be in a position of being able to bestow. It means you have what to bestow, and we don't have what to bestow unless we are being, we have been given it by the higher. Otherwise, we are under sort of contracts, social contracts. It's- it- this is why this is the difference between corporality and spirituality. It's maybe the difference between contract and covenant.
So contract, I'm going to say something different then. So if I understand, contracts are one of the problems or the problematizing of corporality, and which would block the covenant or the intentions of spirituality. I think that's what you're also saying.
Yeah, I'm saying that contract has it's issuing um, a reality um, that it's based on a lie that it can support its
Hmm.
existence in any life by itself. It means it does not consider actually that it is within a covenant with a higher. So it
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sort of temporary contracts in order to survive. Yeah.
Yeah, not dissimilar to on and off in the past, you saying the people who declare themselves as atheists are actually really saying in some ways the opposite,
Mm.
or something like this, or this kind of trying to deny something that isn't, in a sense, not worth denying.
Mm. Not
Um,
only it's sort of it's work like the immune system is attacking itself.
mm,
This is why it's the most common disease of our centuries.
mm.
We're attacking ourselves. Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure if I've answered any.